Hey there, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Estrivo. We are tracking the potential of severe thunderstorms and definitely some warmer temperatures on the way starting tomorrow. Now, we did have a milder day out there on Wednesday. It definitely got colder today. Now we're back into the warmer temperatures on Friday, and we're going to continue that into at least the early portion of next week. Looks like through Tuesday, we will still be in the 50s and 60s. It's after that we'll see some changes heading our way again. There's that piece of spring. It's not just us here in the state of Michigan, but also several spots across the United States going to be feeling the milder springtime temperatures. We are expecting 50s and 60s. Could be a couple days that we approach 70 degrees, and that would be early next week. As of right now, we'll stay below 70 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday to Tuesday is where we have the better opportunity. I would say more so Monday than on Tuesday. Current conditions, it's pretty chilly out there in the area. We're seeing mid to upper 30s. We have some lingering clouds, some light sprinkles, light showers, and even some fog out there. This is happening after we saw about 1/10 of an inch or less of rainfall in our northern community. So this was north of US 10, closer to M46, US 10. We had about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch, and then more than 1/2 of an inch closer to Interstate 69. Oxford saw just a bit more than 3/4 of an inch of rainfall out there today. If you were driving in any of that heavier, steadier rainfall, you know exactly how of an issue it was presenting to us, especially because of the lower visibility and the harder time that we had with the opportunity at maybe some hydroplaning happening as well. Visibility right now, just an idea of where the fog is a little bit heavier, down to 5 miles of visibility, Bay City, Chesaning, Owasso, with things a little bit better further to the north and to the east. Now, all of us will get in on the potential of some potentially dense fog. Will be more of a widespread fog than we've seen the last couple of nights going into tomorrow morning. You can see a lot of us dealing with that fog tonight, and there also will be some drizzle with lots of clouds also developing as well. We'll just have a small breeze at about 2 to 5 miles per hour. Then throughout the day on Friday, expect lots of clouds, really no sunshine that we are anticipating out there on our Friday. We will have some fog out there in the morning, and then we see the heavier showers and thunderstorms coming during the evening. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 40s, some low to mid 50s for the evening hours. But, I'll show you here this piece that we have, and I'll show you these temperatures that will be happening later on in the day, because it is a little bit of a surprising thing that will occur on our Friday, because we're actually going to get warmer as we go throughout the evening. So by 5 p.m., we've got temperatures that are mainly in the middle to upper 40s, some lower 40s closer to Lake Huron. But check out these readings as we look towards midnight. Upper 50s, lower 60s. So that's the warm front that we are going to be watching very closely. It's pretty much right here, Bad Axe towards Bay City, Midland, Mount Pleasant, and points on off to the south. Still a couple of those heavier showers and thunderstorms, and all of us will get into the milder temperatures for Saturday morning. 50s and 60s. We continue into the 60s during the day on Saturday. And this activity that we have Saturday afternoon is one we are going to have to watch out for the potential of some stronger thunderstorms. So we'll show you this future cast. Not much happening during the morning hours on our Friday. Later in the afternoon to evening hours, we'll see some showers and thunderstorms rolling into the area, and could have a few lingering into the early overnight. And then with that cold front Saturday morning, right around 7 a.m., more of those showers and thunderstorms, but those will likely be falling apart as they move throughout the area. So some heavier rain, thunder, and lightning, maybe some gusty winds, small hail. It's this activity, 2 p.m. on Saturday, if it is able to pop up along that cold front, that we could definitely see a severe weather risk. It's a conditional threat. Just based on, if we're able to recover those temperatures and that moisture after the morning round of some showers and thunderstorms. And it's also dependent on when that cold front is expected to come on through. Our first severe weather risk will actually be tomorrow evening as that warm front lifts through the area. There is an isolated tornado risk, but the main hazard will be hail and high winds, low chance of flooding, especially in those more saturated areas across our southern communities that we got the heaviest rain out there today. There's that tornado potential for tomorrow. You can see a 2% right along and to the west of Interstate 75. But also look at this area in western Lower Michigan. this is what we call a hatched area for tornadoes, and that's a significant tornado risk. You can see here at the top that legend right below the tornado potential. That dashed area is the potential of a significant tornado. So even though the tornado risk is low, and it will be very limited on who may have that potential. We may have one tornado warning. We may have one tornado that is actually spotted, but across western lower Michigan, and we'll also have to watch to see, our western communities closer to US 127, there is the potential, and that significant risk means an EF1 or an EF2 tornado would be a possibility. So that's one thing that we'll have to consider, and we'll have to monitor with any of those more discrete storms that are able to develop along that warm front later on tomorrow. As we look into our Saturday, we do have a risk of wind and hail as well. Now, there is I would say, conditional tornado threat as well with any of those storms that are able to develop and any of those discrete storms that are able to pop up along that cold front later, or should I say, afternoon hours on Saturday. By the end of Saturday, we'll see those cooler temperatures returning. But also, we have one other thing that happens Saturday night. We spring forward. So yes, we lose an hour of sleep, but our sunset goes to 7:32 p.m. on Sunday. So, we'll get some daylight a little bit later in the day, and it's just that sign of the spring and summer quickly approaching, and of course our temperatures surely scream more April as opposed to early March, as we are well into the 50s and 60s for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday into Tuesday. Wednesday is that changeover day. We'll see some colder temperatures returning, rain showers then, maybe a mixture of some rain and snow later on, and then we're only at 39 on our Thursday with partly cloudy skies. Best day looks to be Sunday and Monday. Sunday a little bit cooler than Monday, but still 57 when it should be 39 degrees. I think all of us will take that in a heartbeat. So some pretty active weather here starting Friday afternoon into Friday evening, Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. I would say be alert to those thunderstorms starting at about 2-3 o'clock Friday, and we'll have a couple additional waves Friday evening. We'll see a break Friday night, and then Saturday morning we'll have our second to even third round of showers and storms, and then maybe a third to a fourth round Saturday afternoon. And I would say the best potential of severe weather looks to be Friday evening, and then also Saturday afternoon in both of those rounds. I would say the Saturday morning round is probably going to be pretty weak, and anything that happens Friday afternoon, I would say maybe on the weaker side, maybe more elevated, so a hail risk with that. But Friday evening, as that warm front kicks into the area, could bring some rotation to our storms, anything that's able to develop along that warm front, and we'll also be kicking in some higher heat and some higher moisture from the south as a result of that warm front as well. So keep in mind that this severe weather risk is very low. Most of us will not encounter any severe weather with any of this activity Friday and Saturday, but it's something that we will keep a very close eye on here as we go forward into the next couple of days before we get quieter Sunday and Monday. And then Tuesday we'll also have to watch out for maybe a conditional severe weather risk depending on where that warm front sets up. Could be a lot warmer than 60, but also in some spots north of that warm front on Tuesday could be a lot colder. So a couple areas of severe weather risk tomorrow, Saturday, and also potentially on Tuesday with a couple dry and enjoyable days Sunday and Monday, but those days also look pretty windy. We will have a breezy day tomorrow, a fairly windy one, some gusts up to 45 miles per hour on Saturday and maybe even on Sunday, and then Monday will also be a breezy day to go along with those 67-degree temperatures under mostly sunny skies. Very enjoyable weather, very enjoyable temperatures that we have coming up. But of course, in the month of March, you have the clashing of the air masses, and we could definitely get some severe weather out of these warmer temperatures as well. So that's going to do it for me here on this Facebook Live and YouTube Live. If there's anything else I can show you, I'll bring that to your attention here momentarily. But one other thing I may bring to you guys is our rainfall outlook. As we said, I would say it's a minimal chance at any flooding, but we did see some spots quarter to 3/4 of an inch, or should I say, 1/2 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall out there today. And with some of the heavier rainfall that could even come through on Wednesday, could pick up another inch or two of rainfall quickly, which could lead to some minor flooding in spots. So we'll watch that potential as well. But I would say the main risk would be some damaging winds, some large hail, a brief or isolated tornado, and then maybe some minor flooding could also happen as well into the middle of next week. Just if you can, Sunday and Monday, get out and enjoy those mild temperatures with that sunshine, because I would say winter will probably return once again for the middle and end of March before it officially becomes spring in maybe the end of March and into April. I'll leave the 70 forecast up here for a little bit longer, but that's going to wrap it up on our live here. If we do have any severe thunderstorm warnings, watches, anything like that on Friday and Saturday, we will break in here on our Facebook page. And also, if it is a strong enough storm and maybe we have a tornado warning, we would, of course, break in on Mid-Michigan Now as well. So that's going to do it for me here. Be weather aware Friday and Saturday, and maybe even next Tuesday. But we'll take it one step at a time. Be weather aware tomorrow, and then we'll cross the path of Saturday when it comes. Stay safe, everyone. Enjoy the warmer temperatures that we have upcoming, and just be keeping an eye to the sky Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and then also on Saturday.